Hi everyone, this is Himiko Sadiki, your real estate local industry leader. Today I'm here to talk to you about being on public assistance and now being in the public. Many of you know that I'm a top producing agent in my brokerage and have been for the last 3 years, and I'm grateful for that. Many of you know that I trained under Frederick Eckerlin for 7 weeks and then one-on-one for 3 days out in New York City. Many of you know that when I put a listing on the market, I'm going to sell it in 1 to 10 days. Many of you know about all these wonderful things about me. But what you don't know is the platform that I stand on, the catalyst that I stand on, that puts me in a position that I can help you just as well. What I mean by that is I have clients that come to me and they talk to me and they say, I filed a bankruptcy, and they're embarrassed about their situation. But many don't know that in 2009, when the market crashed, I found myself humbled. And I remember calling a girlfriend on the phone, and she probably didn't even know I was talking about myself, but I called her on the phone nonetheless, and it was explaining it as if it was a client, and her recommendation was to file a bankruptcy. So at the time I was married, and I looked at my husband and I said, I think this is what I'm going to need to do for myself. So I had 4 houses, a bankruptcy. I was 6 months pregnant and humbled by the situation I found myself in. We're now in a home that's getting ready to be foreclosed on, and I need to now figure out where am I going to go. So I call my mom and I go live with her for a couple of months while I try to figure out where I'm going and get my balance. And during that time, I remember my son, he was 6 weeks old, and I found myself in a Safeway. And I'm standing in Safeway and I'm in the aisle. And as I'm walking down the aisle, I see people getting their food. And I remember thinking in my mind, like, they're lucky that they have money to buy food, or they're lucky that they can do whatever. I just had all these thoughts going on in my mind. So as I walk in the aisle and I look up at the formula, I see one for $12, one for $15, and all I had in my pocket at that moment was $10 in my pocket. And as I'm standing in the aisle and I'm looking at the prices, and I just started crying, and I started crying, and this lady looks at me, and then my phone rings. And as my phone rings, I look down, and it was my sister. And she says to me, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "I need to buy formula for Aiden, and I don't have any money." And she looks to me, or talks to me on the phone, and she says, "Miko, you need to go get on food stamps. I'll buy his formula, but you need to go get on food stamps." And I'm like, food stamps? Where do I go? How do I do that? And what do I need in order to do that? And so I go down to the public assistance office for the food stamps. And as I'm standing there, I'm looking at all these people that in the past you would look at them and you would feel sorry for them. But now I'm standing in a line with them because I need help just like they do. And I get up to the counter and I explain my situation to the lady, and she asked me for some documentation, which I give her. And I was approved for immediate food assistance. And that is the first time I felt so humbled, so unworthy. I was in a very low place. I have clients that come to me and they say, "Miko, I'm going through divorce. My credit is no good, but I don't know what to do. I do want to buy a house, but I have no money." But what many don't know is I went through a divorce myself. I had $72,000 in taxes that I owed. I had to write him a large check as well. And I had no clue how I was going to do any of it. But I know I prayed about it, and God was like, let go and go be great. The $72,000 got taken care of. The check that I need to pay him got taken care of. And I can stand to you today in my own house that I own, having my kids 80% of the time, a single mother running a business that if I don't sell a house, I don't get paid. If I can do it, you can do it. Wherever it is that you want to be, whether it's being successful, whether it's home ownership, whatever it is that you want, it all starts in your mind. So I'm here to tell you, as your real estate agent, give me a call. I can assist you with your current situation where you are and put a plan together so that you can own your home, get into a home, or do whatever it is that you need to do. Don't let your situation dictate whether or not you can be successful with whatever it is that you want to do. This is Himiko Sadiki, your local real estate agent. I can be reached at area code 408-489-4758. Thanks.